4, 5. Hello, and welcome to the show. Hello. It's another episode of Game Hammer Live, and it might look a bit different because that's in the corner. That is an indication that we are using StreamYard, which is a very, very useful thing for getting a lot of cool people into the chat. Not just the chat, but onto the screen. I have sent the referral link, and no, that's not what I did. Here we are. I've sent that. It's the join us link. So anyone who wants to join into the show can actually use that to jump in, and we'll get you onto the screen, which is quite cool. This is how we run things here. You see, this is how we roll. So we have a Star Trek Adventures game set up for tonight. Last season, which was a while ago now, my goodness, it's been quite a while, we were running a show where basically you could learn how to play Star Trek Adventures, which is this lovely, lovely book here. We're still using version 1. There is a version 2, but I haven't got it, and I thought we're all kind of familiar with version 1 by now. Although, actually, I can't always remember how to play it. So we might stick with that. So let's see who's in the chat. We have Retro Rambles, who says he predicts billions of deaths and millions of captain's logs and looks forward to this. So yeah, there we go. You see? Oh, yes. Sir Patrick Furlong and Melody the Cat are here saying, I predict many, many uses of nukes. While Martin Vegas says we shouldn't stare into space. We have... Guy, hello.
Good evening. Very well, thank you. And how are you?
Oh, I can't complain. It's been a while since we did this.
It has rather been quite a while, yes.
So, are you doing okay?
So far, so good.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. We're just waiting to see if there's anyone else going to actually be joining us tonight. Otherwise, you might be on this alone.
I saw Patrick in the chat earlier, so I'm sure he'll be along in a moment.
Yes. Have I watched anything yet, says Martin Vegas? No, I've not had time. I tell you, this week has been the worst. It took 12 hours to make a video, which is what went out today for Jenny's channel. And as a result, I have had no time. I've been trying to put together, where is it? This, which is the new version of what we used last time. So I can still move all our characters around and do what we need to. But essentially, I had to make a lot of this again because I lost the original. And now I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't happen again because I need to be able to get this show running on a weekly basis. I've only got the majority of one script done for the adventures. I've got it all planned in my head. I know where we're going, but actually getting the plan together is the hard part. So I'm hoping that everyone else joins in. I'm going to put the invite into the chat again. Join us, please.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Melody, so hopefully Patrick will be on in a moment.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not here yet. Andy's Fries Junction's here saying, oh, another famous face. Yes, he knows you. He knows you well. Oh, his icon is Sawyer Models. Right. I did wonder, because normally I see it in a tiny thing on the side of the screen. So this is Andy who runs Sawyer Models over in Lee. Normally when I see it, it's a tiny little icon on the corner of my screen while we're gaming. Patrick's sorting out a few technical issues. Right. We have Miller Watson saying, evening folks, USS Enigma. I hope this is a Nebula or Excelsior class. Never got much airtime for the interiors. I'm sorry to say, we're Galaxy class. We got the big ship with the beep beeps. We are Galaxy class, aren't we? We weren't Nebula, were we? Were we Nebula? I'm almost certain we were Galaxy class. I'm going to say Galaxy because that way we've retconned if we want. So, PM Motorsport Trades is here saying, evening all. Hello, PM. How you doing? I think that is everyone. Miller Watson says he's tempted to join, but he's not sure how to do this. To be fair, this kind of this game that we're doing is an introductory game. The way I've structured it, every time we play, it's like an episode of the show. So people can be there or not be there, drop in and drop out as and when they're able to. We're very freeform, we're very easygoing, and the whole point is that we learn to play together and enjoy the story rather than being like massively OP or with a core group. Hello to the Professor Brainy Specs. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. It's been a while. I hope you're doing okay. Wow. Martin Vegas has said something that we can't say. Oh, Krista's here. Hi, Krista, our resident doctor who is also an elite hacker for our crew. A very necessary part of the gang, I tell you. So everyone's having technical issues. Yeah, it's one of those days, isn't it? So I'm going to put the link in just once more, just in case. Join us. You will all become one with the Borg. Oh, I have been having far too much fun.
Far too much is the right amount of fun.
Absolutely. So while we're seeing who is going to be joining us and where the crew are at the moment, last season we did some very interesting adventures where we uncovered some bug-like creatures who were getting into the brains of people and causing a little bit of trouble. Oh, we got Ferengale is here. Hello. So we had these creatures that were burrowing into people and taking over like little bugs, trying to create all kinds of problems and infiltrate the Federation. After
the bugs I kept beaming into the sun.
You did beam them into the sun, Patrick. I was quite shocked with that, but it worked. It was a
special guest star.
And after that, we sorted out that problem. We saved the Federation and the whole universe. We then discovered that the end of the Dominion War may not necessarily have been the end. Hello to Melody. Hello, little cat. The little cat who knows where it's at. Hello. Hi there.
Little cat. Hello, little Melody.
Hello, little cat. Oh, she's very... Oops, wait, hang on. Well, there we are. She's very cute. Hello. Hello
yeah,
there.
she's cute and she knows it.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
You're a little cutie pie.
Yes, fluffy paws.
Little fluffy paws.
Oh.
Little white socks.
Oh, she's lovely.
Yeah, next month she'll be 2 years old.
Oh, Krista's trying to join, but is having issues with camera and microphone. I know that feeling. I had to switch browsers to Chrome instead of my usual one, Safari, because it just didn't work.
Yes, Krista, try Chromium. I had trouble with Firefox signing in, then I said switch up to Chromium.
That could work. Mon Vegas says clown horn. So yes, apparently that's a very unnatural sound, and I shouldn't be able to do it. But I can, so I will.
Does Jenny Freshall knows to do that?
I cannot confirm nor deny what is pressed and where. So yes, at the end of last season's game, we ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. Hello, Melody. Hello. Where we found out that the Dominion War may not have been the end of the changeling threat because there were still changelings about in some Jem'Hadar from the Alpha Quadrant who were still causing some trouble. And that's basically where we come in. So,
don't we nuke those changelings?
Yes, you all infiltrated the base and then set off some nukes in the base and beamed out. And it was very, very nice.
Well, Enigma was Galaxy class.
I totally hadn't written a massive Mission Impossible style infiltration scheme, and then had you lot just walk in the front door.
Yes, Covered Monkey. Enigma was Galaxy class, although I wanted Nova.
There we go. So it's Galaxy class. Was that because I could find the bridge design? I think it was because I could find the bridge.
Seems like a good reason to me.
So here we are. While we're seeing whether anyone else can come in, we're going to begin with this. Star Trek Adventures.
Sadly, I've lost my profile sheet.
Well, we'll probably have to make a few new ones anyway. We'll work it out. So before we get into sorting out characters, I do still have, give me one moment. I'll find the one I do have. You lost your profile sheet. I lost the entire game and had to rebuild this today. So where are we? There we go. We have the link for Tabby's character sheet, which is there. If I send that in, so at least one of us has a character sheet. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what. Yeah, that looks like it works. So yes, your focuses were animal handling, focus on Egyptian culture, composure, survival, infiltration, and running. But your values were enjoys a snooze, wants the quiet life, curiosity, and being yourself, which sounds like a very, very good way of doing things.
This is why cats are splendid.
Yes. We've got a new guy. Miller has joined us. Hello, Miller. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Hello there.
Hopefully this is audible. Right, wait a minute. I'll leave it there. It's fine.
You are audible.
Yes, we can hear you. Don't worry.
That's
Right.
better.
So we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to have to start some new character sheets. So Ferren and Miller don't have character sheets at the moment. So we're going to start by bringing a page up. If I can do this. I believe Star Trek Adventures character generator is still online. Yes, it is. Okay. So we can do this. If I now, instead of sharing that one, remove that, and instead share, stop the screen sharing, yeah, present there we are. Present this. You guys should be able to see that. Yes, we can. Okay. So we'll start with Ferren because, well, he was here first. We're going to start a character. We'll go with the core and next generation. Did I just do? Okay. Select none. There we are. Core and next generation. Okay, let's go with that.
I was DS9.
Sorry?
I was DS9, I think.
All right, we'll stick DS9 in there. Okay, what type are we doing? The standard RPG rules. We're in next generation era. And we're creating a main character. Right. You were Bajoran, weren't you? Okay. Right. So you've got control, daring, and insight. Can we change these? No. Okay, we have to go down here. Aha! So we need to choose your talents. This might take a while. So let's choose some talents. Are you talented? Are you bold,
Yes.
cautious, collaborative, constantly watching, dauntless, a field medicine? Do you have a mean right hook? Do you have orb experience, pack tactics, personal effects? The character possesses some significant and uncommon item or device which is not part of Starfleet's standard issue. Methinks that might be your
The
muse.
Bajoran, so I mean, yeah.
I'm going to say you've definitely got that one. how many do these get? How many traits do you? How many talents do you get? I don't know. So, are there any other talents that we've seen that you need?
Besides firing nukes and living beings in the sun.
Well, that's the thing. The nukes are definitely coming under your personal effects of a freaking nuke. So, do you think you've got anything else? Because you were a commander and a bridge officer and a main character. So, what are we picking?
Go with the strong path thing.
Strong part. Oh,
I think I had that one selected.
fair enough. Okay, we're good. We're just gonna let personal effects come in later. Apparently, you can only have one of these. That's interesting. So we'll go with strong path. Okay. We have to decide what environment you came up in.
Homeworld.
You came from the home world. Okay. Now we get to set your attributes and disciplines. So we need to think of one of the. Do you want to? I don't know how many you get. I'm going to see how many. 1, 2. You get 1 for that side and 1 for that side. So what do you want to update? Control, daring, or insight?
Daring.
We'll go for daring. And command, security, or science?
Command.
Okay.
But considering I have to take over the ship a few times.
That is true, yes. The value should reflect... Right, we need a value for you. Value should reflect... If I press random, what happens? Oh, we get... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, someone's at my door. Give me a second. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh. Melody, no attacking feet.
What was that?
Patrick is talking to his cat. Very, very, very cute cat.
That little terror.
Is this wee Melody? Yes.
Yeah, that's the famous melody.
Sorry about that, guys. Right. Sorry about that. We had a bit of an issue there. A kid came to the door. Excuse me. We got to pow. Excuse me. Right. Inland Revenue did not come to my door. Thank you, Martin. No, it was a kid looking for... What's happened to him? Have I heard from Conti? Says Professor Baseface. I haven't. I've emailed Conti. I sent messages on Twitter. I haven't heard anything. I am a bit concerned. Let's put it that way. Right. So sorry. Kid came to the door looking for their friend, but they don't live here. So there we go. So do we have a value? What does Ferrin value?
Loyalty.
Sorry? Was that loyalty?
Yeah, the loyalty of my officers. And I hope Ensign Tabby hasn't left his liquor tray in the ready room.
Loyalty of my officers. Okay. So, early outlook. Nature of a person's family and their surroundings as they grew up can have a massive impact. And whether they accepted this influence or rebelled against it, it will shape the rest of their lives. So, we have to pick an early outlook. Agriculture or rural?
Artistic and creative.
Artistic and creative. Oh, very interesting. Do we accept or rebel against our upbringing?
I accepted, although I did rebel against the Cardies.
Well, yes, of course. So we need to select a discipline: command, engineering, or science.
Command.
Command again. Okay. Okay. What's the character's focus relating to their preferred way of applying their skills? For example, botany, cultural studies, holo programming, persuasion, psychology, music, observation.
Persuasion by means of nuclear weapons.
Sorry?
Persuasion by means of nukes.
Persuasion. I'm going to put cowboy diplomacy. Okay. Do you have it? We have a talent option. Are you an advisor, bold, cautious, collaborative, constantly watching? Oh, we get some more talents now. Okay. This is where we're going to put the personal effects in so you can get the nukes. Right, we'll do that. Okay. You spent time at Starfleet Academy. Which track did you go into? Command, operations, or science?
Command.
Go straight for command. Okay. So now we need 3 more attributes. Which ones do you want to upgrade?
Well, I can't read a single word of it.
Okay. Control, daring. So make it a bit bigger. Control, daring, fitness, insight, presence, or reason.
Control.
Okay. Anything else?
Daring.
Okay.
And fitness.
Okay.
You know what? This eye is still rather cloudy.
Fair enough, dude. Well, we'll help you as much as we can, man.
One's still recovering from injection.
We'll help you as much as we can, dude. No worries. We need a primary discipline: command or con.
Command.
Command again. Oh, that's jumped up twice now. That's interesting. We need a secondary discipline: con, security, engineering, science, or medicine.
Security.
Jump in security. Excellent. Oh, we get another one as well. Do you want to go for con, engineering, science, or medicine?
Engineering.
Engineering. Right. Now we get 3 focuses: astronavigation, composure, diplomacy, extravehicular activity, evasive actions, helm
Diplomacy.
Going to go for diplomacy.
You know my method.
Do we go for something else like inspiration?
Persuasion.
Oh dear. I know where this is going. Okay, a third one.
Starship recognition.
Starship recognition.
Well, I've got to be able to identify the targets.
That's true. So, do we have a value for you against some reflecting some aspect of the character's belief that developed during their time at the academy? What can we all have?
Loyalty.
This is it. There's actually quite good ones in here. Oh, crew comes first. That sounds great. Okay, we need another talent now. Oh, it's all the same once again, but we get to do other things.
Beckett's not the only one who lost a close friend on lower decks.
Yes. I bet they're not, because let's face it, not everyone gets through alive. How many red shirts have died? So we need a talent: advisor, bold, cautious, collaboration, constantly watching, dauntless, diffuse tension, field medicine, follow my lead. Okay. Now we have a career length. Are you a young officer, an experienced officer, or a veteran?
Got to be an experienced.
Yeah, you're a commander. We'll go for experienced. Oh, we get another value. So,
yep. Explosion one.
Push me too far. You'll see my ugly.
No, the explosion one I was going for.
So we need another talent now, since you're experienced. We have
Cautious
advice.
again.
Sorry?
Cautious again.
Cautious. Okay. Oh, now we get to add one to your stats. Apparently,
command again.
Oh, very nice. Yep, we only get the one. Okay, so command. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, career events. We need, because you're a veteran, we have to define a career event that happened. Your career is a tapestry of events and experiences. A few will have been pivotal. So let's select one.
Conflict with a hostile culture.
Okay. Yeah.
I must have nuked a few last time.
Yes. Okay, now we've got a focus to bring in, like hand phases, hand-to-hand combat, shipboard tactical systems.
I think we know which one.
Nukes. That's your focus. You get extra points for nukes. Okay. Oh, another career event. That's interesting. What are we going to go for this time?
Dealing with a plague.
Dealing with a plague by nuking it.
Not with the plague. I beamed that into the sun.
Okay, now we have we get an extra
Well,
focus, you see. So we've got the option of infectious diseases, emergency medicine, triage, or I could press random.
Random.
Medical toxicology. That's interesting.
Next.
Counseling.
Next.
Psychoanalysis.
Yep.
That sounds good.
I'm
Okay.
actually quite good at that.
Right. Finishing touches. So we get to add 2 more attributes.
Command and fitness, please.
Command and fitness. And 2 more disciplines.
Security and engineering.
Security and engineering. 1 final value. Shall I press
Prepared to
random?
get the job done.
Prepared to get the job done. Okay. There we go. We now have... Yep, your commander. It's Farron Gell. Right. Pronouns.
It's Farron Gell.
How are we doing it? Farron.
Farron.
Ah, Farron Gell. Okay. Okay. Additional traits you got.
Additional traits. Hates Colonel Kira.
Okay. Your assignment. You're a commanding officer, chief of security. Yes.
Well, I should be the executive officer by now after I've saved the ship many times.
Go on then, executive officer. Right, here's your values, yes, and export as a PDF. Ooh, there we go. A4 version, please. That's it, yes. Export to PDF. Aha! Right, okay. So if I add this to my Dropbox, then we'll have it every time. Okay, copy that link. And now Farron Gell's character sheet is there. Okay. Miller, how are you doing? Is he still here?
I am. I was on mute. There we go.
Ah, no worries. Right, we need to create a character for you.
All righty.
So let's do this. How do I do? Can I go back to just doing that? Yes, we need a character. Core TNG and DS9, that's what we'll go for. Standard RPG rules. We are creating a next generation character, and it's a main character. Did that just allow us to make a starship? That's cool. So we need to decide on a species for you.
Well, the ones that we got Andorian's quite cool. What are the ones that we got? Oh, Cardassian. No, not say oh, Cardassian, but no. Maybe not. What about Bolian?
A Bolian. Weirdly enough, they don't seem to be here.
Okay. Well, I'm not Jadzia Dax. I don't think I approach that level of attractiveness, so I won't go with Trill.
Oh,
I'm terrible with money, so Ferengi's out. Let's have a look.
wow, you can be a Sun type android. That's a new one.
Oh, soon type Android. Soon type Android.
Okay, fair enough. Right. That's interesting. We've got an android. We now need to get your first talent. Are you bold, cautious, collaborating, constantly watching, dauntless, skilled in field medicine? Do you have a mean right hook? Have you got pack tactics? Do you have personal effects? A polyalloy construction? A positronic brain? Okay.
I think polyalloy construction. Let's go with that.
Oh my god, we could end up with a mimetic polyalloy here and turn into the T1000. So what kind of environment do you come from? The home world, a busy colony, an isolated colony, a front. What's the difference between isolated and frontier? Wouldn't they be like the same sort of situation? Maybe not. A starship or starbase or another species world.
I'm muted, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing my favorite from work. Isolated colony.
Isolated colony. I was about to start singing. Where do you come from? Where did you go?
No, I was tortured with that at Grass Pop in 2010. There was a stupid thing that kept playing. Oh God!
Well, my stepfather loved that song.
If it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, if it hadn't been for Cotton Eye Joe, I'd have been married a long time ago.
What was Data's homeworld again? It was the one that the crystal.
Enterprise D.
Which one?
Enterprise D.
That's not his homeworld.
The colony was built on. It was the one that was the surface was destroyed by the crystalline entity.
I want to say SETI Alpha 5, but it's not.
No, and it's not Thetis.
Homeworld.
It's not Thetis because Thetis is the last planet that the Nostromo was at. That's the wrong franchise. It's all right. It'll come to me at 3 in the morning.
Nostromo was lost on LV-426.
Yeah, but before going there, so we sent ships out so many days with Ash after they left Thetis.
So, do you have insight or reason for your attributes?
Let's go with reason.
Reason. And how about your disciplines? Engineering, science, or medicine?
Let's go with engineering.
I'm going to have an engineer, okay. What value would you have? Act with confidence even if you don't feel confident. There's some really interesting ones you can have here. Trust, but verify.
There we go. Trusted. So in other words, you would be like almost like a Romulan, wouldn't you? You wouldn't have any trust whatsoever. Yeah, trust but verify. Why not?
Okay. Verify. Oops.
I mean, that kind of was like Data, wasn't it? Yes, this is very interesting. Let me examine every inch of it.
So, early outlook. So, the nature of your family and surroundings that you grew up in. What are we going for?
Agricultural and rural.
Okay. Do you accept or rebel from that upbringing?
I probably don't have emotions, so I've got to accept it, haven't I? It's fate.
You could decide to rebel in a very emotionless way. So we need a discipline from you. Con, security, or medicine?
Well, Data's committed mutiny a few times without the emotion chip.
That is true.
Yeah, when he was ordered to lie. Let's go with con. He was operation, so let's do that.
Okay, we need a focus from you. Animal handling, athletics, emergency medicine, endurance, ground vehicles, infectious diseases, navigation, toxicology, that kind of thing.
Let's go with endurance.
Endurance. Okay, we need
Omicron
talent.
Theta.
Omicron thank you. Women are from Omicron Persei 6. Men are from Omicron Persei 8.
I adore Futurama.
So we need a talent from you now. Bold. Sorry.
Cleaning out Ensign Tabby's litter tray.
No, Claire deals with Norman's tray. I tried that when she was in hospital. It made me sick.
Ugh. Yes, I can imagine. Should we pick a positronic brain?
Yeah, let's go with positronic brain. Yeah.
Okay. Now we need to choose your academy career. Did you go through the command, operations, or sciences track?
Be ops, wouldn't it be ops? I think. Yeah.
Okay. So we need to pick some attributes for you: control, daring, fitness, insight, presence, and reason.
Well, I'm Glaswegian. Fitness is out of the game here, so
Oh dear.
have the good deep fried Mars bar.
Oh my god. Oh, just thinking about it makes me feel ill. Oh.
I've never tried it. I've never tried it. I know I can do one, but no, I've got the impulse control to stay away from that, and I have a desire to see 60. So yeah, no, I don't fancy it.
Little Sister Chipmunk tried that yesterday.
Yeah. Are they still here to tell the tale?
Yes.
What are the attributes again? We've got control.
No, she didn't survive that. She must have been bullying me today.
Control, daring, fitness, insight, presence, and reason.
Go reason. It's an android. It should be reasonable, unless it's Ash.
You get 2 more. Do you want to add more to reason, or do you want to go for some others?
Let's go with insight and control.
Okay. Now we need a primary discipline: security or engineering.
Engineering.
Okay. And we have a secondary discipline: command, con, security, science, or medicine.
Science. We'll go with science.
Science. Oh, we get another one as well: command, con, security, or medicine.
Let's go with con.
Okay. Right, we need some focuses from you. 3 focuses from your Starfleet career, at least 1 reflecting your time at the Academy. Right.
Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
So, anatomy,
Yeah.
biology.
There was a meme with I can't repeat it, not on something that's live, but there was a meme with Data and Tasha. Yeah, but I can't remember what it was now. I know it was bad.
Did
She did look very nice in it.
709 at the Academy.
Sorry, that went a bit reverberating. What were we saying?
I said, didn't she study 7 of 9 at the Academy?
Okay.
It was more Jadzia Dax when I was growing up, but yeah. The least said about that, the better. Anyway, so yes, a focus. Humanity. Or humanity.
We'll go for humanity. All right. We get 3 others. It's got suggestions like computers, cybernetics, electroplasma power systems, espionage. We go for that. Hand phasers, hand-to-hand combat, infiltration, interrogation, shipboard tactical systems, survival, transporters and replicators.
Shipboard tactical systems.
I'm just going to copy that and paste it. So I don't have to type it. Or we get a 3rd one. We could randomize, or you could pick one of those that are there, or pick something else.
The plasma systems. That one sounds quite fun.
Electroplasma power systems. I'm not going to say that'll be useful, but we have broken the ship before. Okay, we need a value. A value which should reflect some aspect of the character's belief that developed during their time at the Academy.
Well, the
I'm a goddamn android. I'm a goddamn android. A damn android.
You Ensign Tabby chewed through most of the wires.
I like some of the values you can get just by pressing a random. Resistance is never futile. Information is power.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's quite good. Information is power.
Resistance is far from futile.
We need another talent now.
Oh, God.
Bold, cautious, collaboration, computer expertise, constantly watching, dauntless, field medicine, flyby. What the hell is that? Okay.
How about computer? The computer thing.
Computer expertise. Okay.
There we go. That one.
Fair enough. Okay. Are you a young officer, an experienced officer, or a veteran?
I'd just go for experienced. It's an android, so I suppose an android would almost have experience from the get-go, wouldn't it?
I suppose, yes. Well, since you're experienced, we need a value from you again. You can press random or you can pick something.
I'm very, very good with magazines and throttling people.
How would I put that?
No, don't put that. I won't be a Hyperdyne Systems one. I'll be a proper Soon type.
I'm sending Ensign Tabby to the brig.
You can't send Ensign Tabby to the brig. We haven't started yet.
What does that wee one say? Speaking.
Hang on. We've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Captain Dowd, welcome aboard. It's been a while since we saw you. Please join us. We'll send the invite. I think we'd have 6 people on the show at once, and we have 5 at the moment. So if I paste the referral in, Captain Dowd, please join us. There's the link. So what value shall we have?
Seeking to find myself.
I've pressed that from random. Seeking to find myself far from home. It's just, we can put anything you want.
But, to become more human.
Okay. Seeking to become more human. I don't know why I did that in a Captain Kirk voice.
It's probably because I've made this such an original character that's in no way based on anything that was ever on the show, you know?
Yes, you're certainly not Mechanical Spock.
No, not at all, no. Or if I stick a microchip in me, I won't become sociopathic.
So we need another talent. We've got a fair amount: bold, cautious, collaboration, constantly watching, dauntless, field medicine, flyby, I know my ship, in the nick of time, intense scrutiny, jury rig, mean right hook, more power, pack tactics, personal effects, starship expert.
It doesn't say maximum power.
Yeah. But let's actually go with what was it? Personal effect. Let's go with that one. That because you could probably just put the emotion chip thing into that and see what it does.
Okay, personal effects and an emotion chip. Okay, so we need a career event since you're an experienced member of the crew.
Oh, good lord!
Wow, we've got a load actually.
Yeah.
Betrayed ideals for a superior.
Ensign Tabby's going into the brig for giving me the sarcastic Vulcan salute.
You're not saying we haven't started the game yet. You can't send him to the brig. Hello, Mr. Dowd. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good. It's good to see you again.
So we got your solicitor on speed dial.
No, I'm gonna hire Zoe.
Don't hire me. I don't know space law.
Who does?
Okay.
Well, if you don't know space law, then we're not doing the Measure of a Man episode. Then I take it.
So we need to decide on a career event for you.
How about
Oof.
how about death of a friend? Let's go with death of a. Is it death of a friend or death of a colleague?
Death of a friend. Ah.
Yeah. And it plagues me to this day because they died in my arms and I couldn't feel upset about it. And then I put a microchip in and I spent an entire night crying about it and couldn't understand why the hell I was doing it. And then I took the microchip back out and then there we go.
Fair enough. So we need a focus now, which would come from that, like cancelling. Or
I'm not laughing maliciously, but
or I could press random.
Let's roll the dice. Let's roll the dice.
Psychoanalysis.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need another career event now.
Okay. Let's not a plague. Encounter with a truly alien being. Anything's truly alien when you're an android. I'm going to keep it clean.
It doesn't say what kind of encounter.
It's probably PG-13 though. But
I would hope so. This is after all going out at 6 p.m. on BBC Two.
yeah. What is it? They've got an 8 p.m. watershed. So yeah. Let's go with first contact. Why not?
First contact. Excellent.
Sorry, can you say hello to my little sister Chipmunk, please? She's watching.
Ohayou gozaimasu. O genki desu ka? Hello. Hello to Chipmunk. Sorry. When people say kind of say hello, I jump into different languages to be weird. Right. We need a discipline from you. Command, con, security, engineering, science, or medicine.
Let's do engineering, science, and con.
Apparently we can only do one, so it's engineering, science, or con. Which one do you want?
Engineering.
Okay. And we need to get a focus from this. Did you get cultural studies, diplomacy, infiltration, or are we going for a random?
Can we just put in warp fields? Warp field or something like that.
Warp field.
I realized I needed my emotion chip when I was like, I don't know, emotionally attracted to the warp fields of the Nebula class, the Nebula class that I was on before this Galaxy class. You remember the Nebula class I was talking about? Like the Melbourne,
The Hatchback Galaxy.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay, so let's finish it off. You get 2 more attributes. Control, daring, fitness, insight, presence, and reason.
Let's go with, do we get 2 more from that? So insight and reason, I suppose, please.
Insight and reason, excellent. And 2 more disciplines. We can have command, con, security. Apparently engineering is maxed out. Science and medicine.
Let's go command, I suppose.
Oh, we can only put 1 into it, apparently. Do you have another one?
We'll go with con again.
Okay. And 1 final value that reflects your development as a person. Or shall I just press random?
Yeah, let's go random. Yeah.
Random.
Yeah.
Push me too far, you'll see my ugly side.
Do you know what? Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Let's bring out the lore here.
So, we're going to give you a rank of Lieutenant Commander. Do we have a name?
Sol, just Sol. I wrote a story years ago when I was in secondary school, and the android was called Sol, so we'll call it that.
Okay. And what are your pronouns?
He, him.
Okay. Oh, we get an additional trait if you want one. But yeah, soon take android, and we have to pick your assignment as well on the ship.
Okay, it's your game, Zoe. You place me in it.
It's suggesting that you're operations manager, but I know already that that's where Lieutenant Dowd is. So
I can move. I'm very flexible.
I've heard that, you know.
Don't trust everything you read in the blog.
She's good at playing Twister. But...
I'm sorry. So we don't have chief of security anymore, so you could be that, or you could be a science officer, flight controller. Oh, that's interesting.
Or double as head of security.
Sorry, what was that?
I said, or double as head of security.
You can't be head of security if you're also executive officer. Remember, this is next generation. This isn't the original series. We've got more people. Jobs have to go around. How many people were on the original Enterprise? Like 200 or something? You're allowed to double up. 400. There we go.
The Constitution, yeah, it was a far smaller vessel. There was over 1,000 on the Galaxy class.
Yep, so you had to double up back then.
And their families.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say perhaps we put you in as communications officer.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Does anyone not think it was a bit daft leaving some families on the ships that were at Wolf 359? I mean, they were supposed to like leave them, but then further down the line, we see that people were assimilated in the Delta Quadrant, and it's like, yeah, this was why this really wasn't wise taking families into a military situation.
They should have left them where they should have left them on the nearest star base.
Yeah.
They knew
Somewhere
they
out
were
of the
going into
road.
a major battle.
It didn't really work out for them, did it?
No, I mean, it's a shame what happened to Ben Sisko, but dude, you're crying after the fact. You know, it's like this was inevitable. You're in an antiquated ship to begin with. The Mirandas were ancient.
Yeah, he's flying around an
I
80-year-old
don't want to hear,
ship wondering
I
why the
don't want to
Borg
hear
are
another
killing
bad
everyone.
word about those ships.
Oh, I love the Mirandas. One of my favourite bits is with the SeaTac and the Majestic. I always loved that scene.
Right.
Yeah, but
Does
they kept
everyone else
using
have
that
their
scene.
character sheet?
Yes.
Del
No.
has one. Tapau. Where did we put Tapau's? Give me a second. Is it on the Google Drive?
Why are there two of these
Yes.
up?
Tapau is on the Google Drive. Okay, so I've got your character sheet. I can send that to you. Share it. Share. Copy the link. Okay. Tapau character sheet. Right. I think we're about ready to start, which is not bad.
John, can I ask where do I now find it?
Click the link and it'll be on the Google Drive. It'll come up as an image or a PDF.
What link is that I'm supposed to be clicking?
That's a good point. It's the one that says drive.google.com. In the
I don't
chat.
have that. Oh, the chat. I do have that. Yeah.
I've just put that in the studio chat as well, in case you're not in the YouTube live stream chat.
Oh, there is a private chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I yonks ago I asked, is that Krista in the yellow? Because these thumbnails are so tiny. But as soon as you spoke, I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, I had to let the screen be there so that we could see what was going on for character generation.
Oh yeah, no worries there. It's just bad eyesight.
Yours can't be as bad as mine is at the moment.
Yes,
Well,
Patrick's just had some operations on his to try and make them work.
Okay.
So a bit off. Right.
Well, the sides are expected to clear up in a few days.
Well, that's fingers crossed for you, man. Right, we now have the ship, and everyone's on it. I think I've got the wrong people on it though, because let's see. There's the captain shouting at Farron.
What am I being shouted at for?
I don't know.
Well, since we started, Ensign Tabby is guesting for the brig for giving me the sarcastic Vulcan salute. I think he's been learning too many things from Beckett Mariner.
Resting one's head in one's hand is not giving a sarcastic salute that reserves brig time, I think.
So I'm just saving that so that we've got everyone in place. So
determination pool. Oh, okay.
And if Ensign Tabby doesn't watch it, he's going to be beamed into a sun.
I believe we have 6 momentum because we're starting out, and my threat starts. Where does the threat level start? Now, this is the problem with us having had such a long break. It wasn't meant to be this long, and I've forgotten what things are. But I can use threat to change scenes, you see, which is useful.
Well,
It was a Borg cube.
So he blamed Dark Souls for that.
Yeah, it did take a while, didn't it? Threat, page 88 on the thing. Ooh, some nice stuff in here. Oh, we're going to be having fun. Where are
Still surprised we didn't manage to get to 1,000 deaths in Dark Souls.
To be honest with you, so am I.
Technically we did.
Patrick is
You
right.
count
Yes,
all the numpties.
Yes.
I don't want to count the numpties because then it sounds like I was really, really bad at the game.
You were.
Shut up. It doesn't actually. Oh, that's interesting.
You know I'm only having a wind up.
I know. Right, it doesn't. I'm going to say I get 4 because I have no idea.
A cover
So-
monkey dug this out earlier.
There we go. Save that. Okay, I'll bring up the screen so I can see what's going on. What's
Dug this out earlier, Zoe.
the mighty train simulator? I got this out earlier. Haha! You know what else I found earlier? This was amazing.
I found these under the sofa.
Found this in a charity shop.
A roller coaster tycoon.
3. But it's also got the expansion. Soaked expansion for lots of water stuff.
I
So,
see. I
Also
remember that game
dug this out as
from
well.
1990.
On Amiga.
oh, nice. We might be playing this at some point.
Claire had a wee roller coaster game. I can't remember what it was called. It was on PS2, and it was brilliant because if you maybe put a kink in the roller coaster, you put too many loops. It told you so many people had concussions, so many people were missing, and there were so many damp seats.
I love it.
I think a theme park ride where you get missing guests. It's not one to repeat custom.
That's my kind of game.
What's Captain Dowd's name in Adventures?
Casey's Dowd.
Sorry, would it be asking too much? Could you remind us who the bridge crew are? I don't know what I do.
Yes. Yes, we can. So,
I think you're a con officer.
at the end of the last season, we can actually bring this up onto here. Right. We have our roles.
On Star Trek.
Yes. We have at the helm, we have Tabby, who is flying the ship. Operations officer, Tyces Dowd.
Operations, okay.
Yep. The security officer is Saul, our new Sung type android. Our medical officer is Tapao. And our chief executive, and our first officer, not chief executive, what the frick am I talking about? Our executive officer is Ferengel.
Chief Executive Officer, that's taking Operation Corporate to a new level.
Yes, our chief executive officer for Enigma Limited. But the captain keeping all of you in control is me. Ha! Until I somehow explode at some point.
Or I'll put you in the brig.
Yes, that did happen. So,
What was
Departure with operations.
sorry, what was going on?
I said, Ensign Tabby, clear our departure with operations.
I'll explain where we are in a moment. So, as I said earlier on, but a few of you came in after I'd said this. Last season, we found that there appeared to be some kind of continuity dominion going on in the Alpha Quadrant. Now, due to the psychic powers of Commander Dowd, we were able to walk in the front door, convince them that you were a shapeshifter, bringing prisoners to the base, and then destroy it from within, even though I had created a wonderful Mission Impossible style sequence to get you in there.
And I was still surprised they fell for it.
Not
was
that
I
I'm bitter. So that's where we were at the end of the season. And we all thought it was all over, but it wasn't. So shall we begin, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for the continuation.
Captain's
Best
log.
made Joe Barrett's voice.
Captain's log, stardate 53121.4. Following our successful destruction of the Alpha Quadrant Dominion base in the Feliar system, we have learned that the changeling infiltration is still ongoing. Our search has revealed a possible source of further information, an information broker on the deep space station High Limara, which orbits a desert world called Limara. We are en route to the station to conduct investigations and hopefully meet with this broker. That's the captain, and this is the situation. We are now en route. So I'm going to ask for a report and whether we know what our plan is once we get there.
First officer's log supplemental. We're en route to the planet the captain just mentioned in our log. After threatening Ensign Tabby with the brig again for leaving his litter tray in my office, when we get to our location, I'm going to volunteer him for the first away mission. End log.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're starting as we mean to go on, I see. Well.
Can I just say that all you humans are really, really, really weird?
I'm Bajoran.
I'm not a human, I'm a cat. So that's fine.
It's all carbon based.
The only human on the ship is the captain.
Was Captain Dowd a human as well?
Sorry?
Was Dowd a human as well?
Commander Dowd is Betazoid, aren't you?
I sure am.
There we go. We've got a Betazoid. We've got a Bajoran, a Vulcan, a Cation.
Yeah.
The only human.
And the cat one.
The Cation is the cat one. So, what is our plan? How are we going to approach this once we get to the vessel? Not the vessel, the space station.
Well, we're going to send Tabby and Dowd across to investigate.
Okay.
Maybe we could beam
Oh,
some
Ambrose will have his finger on the nuke button.
Brief. You're giving the power over the nukes to the android, are you?
Well, you said I'm the executive officer, so I can't fire them.
So let me just get this straight. You've decided that the best course of action when attempting to find an information broker is to give power over nuclear weapons to someone who has no emotions.
What, Vladimir Putin?
Oh, political.
What do we know about this information broker?
Knowing this station, he probably comes recommended by Quark.
Okay, that is a good question. That is a very good question. So,
and how will we know that the data, the information he's got, isn't a fake?
It's a fake. I love that one.
Oh, yeah. I suppose we'd need to watch are they a species that can be read by a betazoid? Are they able to detect? Are they also empathic? Because if they're a betazoid, they'll detect any sort of mind scans that have been done. What I would say, we could arrive. We could approach the station. It's quite a large ship, but we could say that we're beaming over medical supplies for whatever reason, or that we've got some form of supplies for the local planet. And in the doing, why don't we put over a security team? We must have somebody on board that's at least partway trained in infiltration.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some information. I'm gonna need a how can we do this?
Dice roll?
D6. Yeah, I just need to remember how to do the dice rolls because it's been a while. Like I said,
there was some webpage for that.
I know there were 2d20 half the time. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
Go, dice roll.
I think it is D20s, isn't it? I'm just going to quickly look at this.
Patrick's right, there was a website, wasn't there?
Yeah, I'll go. Yes, we need D20s. So yes. Okay. Static Adventures uses D20 and 6-sided dice for certain things. Blah 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 blah. Okay. This is annoying me because I did know, and I looked at it earlier and thought I better remember that, and I haven't. Sorry. Where is it? There's a bit in here that tells me what's going on. and it's not.
Ensign Tabby, go and get me a drink from my office, please.
Oh, this is so bad. Right, give me a second. I've got to find this. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to play the game. Do you get another turn if you roll a double? No. Andy Friars Junction says you should all do this drunk. I'm sure it would be hilarious, Andy, but I can't drink.
I would be even more incomprehensible than I already am, so I don't think I don't think applying alcohol to a Glaswegian's a great idea.
80, 90, 90. Oh, I was on the right page. Okay. I was on the right page thinking it was the right thing. Okay.
I'm going to put my...
Okay, how do we do
I can read the chat.
While you're looking, Covered Monkey, little sister Chipmunk and her husband want me to say hello to them. So hello, baby Chipmunk and Jamie.
Ohio. Okay.
And hello, baby kitten, if you're there.
Okay. It's not. Okay, I'm going. Right, give me 1 second, because the book, I can see why they did a second version now, because the book is a bit incomprehensible at times, due to the fact that it tells you things and then it doesn't tell you things. And then it tells you other things in a different place. So I'm just going to bring up the quick start guide, because it has an example in it, and then we'll know what we're doing.
This is the issue with hard, with actual books and stuff. I love books, but when you go between reading many books and then you go and you start reading stuff online, you start realizing the value of Control F.
Yes, so much so, yes.
I approve of Control F.
Okay, here we are. Okay, right, how we do this?
Maybe I should do roll or die as a separate tab.
Right. Okay, rolling 2d20. Okay. You can buy more dice by using the momentum, which we got 8 of. We can get more. We can buy more dice using that. But in order to do it, you need to roll 2d20. And your target will be whatever I say you have to pick up. Okay. So to get more information, who wanted to know more about the information broker?
I did.
Our Android.
Right.
Oh.
You, Captain Dowd, you wanted it. I'm going to say that that our Android guy Saul actually has the information. So if you can roll 2d20, I'll find a place. I'll find a nice website that does this. Dice roller.
The one I used to use is gone.
Yeah, a lot of them have gone, haven't they? It's very annoying.
What a world we live in with our websites for rolling dice now.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
God, right. I'm alive.
Oh, that right. Okay, calculator.net/dice roller. So I'm going to add that in. Dice roller into the chat.
Oh, okay. That'll be good.
There we go. Calculator.net dice roller. It gives you the option of rolling 2d20. Size on the dice 20, number of dice 2.
Is that in the private chat, Zoe, or is that on YouTube?
That's on the main chat. I'll put it into the private chat as well. There you
go. Thank you.
Is this dice roll thing right?
Calculator.net?
Yeah.
I hope so.
It doesn't say anything about D20 or that. Or
no, it
D7.
says size on a dice, and then you can change it from 6 to 20. And it'll give you both of what you've done. Like
here we go. Okay.
There we go. I'll my screen.
Yeah.
20. Start.
So I'm going to ask you to roll. Miller, I'm going to ask you to roll on insight and security.
You want me to do it twice or just once?
Just the once. Insight plus security, which would mean your target is 11. You're going to be trying to...
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
I got 12. I got 2 6s.
2 6s. Okay. Right. Right, give me 1 second. Results of the roll. Task is successful if the number of successes equals or exceeds the difficulty number. Okay. How do we know successes? Oh, for goodness sake. Rules booklet page 9. Successes. I'm so sorry about this. I'm getting back into it. We're all learning together.
It had to be like lower than something, I think.
I think you're right. Yes. I'm just going to quickly check.
Yeah, it was normally lower than something.
It doesn't bloody say. Well, rule book number page 9 is a picture of Deep Space Nine, so I'm assuming that's wrong.
Yeah, it's normally lower than the number we had to get.
So you got 2 6s and your target was 11. So you've got 2 successes, which means you do get the information. Let's say you got the information. We'll go with it that way. We can new house rule. That's how we run now. Okay. And funnily enough, you got 2 6s. So retro rambles. Do you get another turn if you roll a double 6? No. Right. So you've got 2 successes, which is more than enough for finding out that the information broker that you are looking for is called, where did I put in my notes? Lena von Ryan. She's from Earth. She's a former xenobiologist who left the institute in disgrace for forging some results.
And I thought of selling some of them to Quark.
And now she's been living out here in past the Cardassian sector for quite a while. Which, by the way, we're in the Alpha Quadrant, just beyond Cardassian space, into another area just far away from the Federation.
Are we still at war with the Dominion?
We are not at war with the Dominion.
Space left.
The Dominion War is over, but the guys that we're chasing and trying to get information about don't recognize the peace treaty.
Oh.
So who are they at war with, or who do they think they're at war with?
They think they're at war with the Federation and Cardassians.
And the Klingons and the Romulans.
Basically, everyone that was in the Alliance, plus the Cardassians, who they think betrayed them.
Indeed, Cardassia became like Italy.
Well, if I know anything about disgraced xenobiologists, maybe we should beam over down the pub and see who knows what about them.
That sounds like a plan. Okay, so at this point, we suddenly get blip, 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 blip. There's an incoming message. And,
on screen.
Zoe, there's an incoming message.
On screen.
It's very, very full of static. There's hardly any picture at all, but you can just about make out some form of alien. He sounds very frantic. Federation,
twitchy.
Federation commanders, Federation vessel. We can see you on long range sensors. We need your help. We're under attack. Unknown vessel. Please, we need your help. And then it cuts out.
Do we have any idea?
Can you get a trace on that signal?
The signal appears to be coming from the space station we're heading to.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Engage.
Burp, burp.
I've just changed the bulb to red alert. Lab.
I can do a red alert. Let me try and get this to work. I haven't got the alert. I haven't got the alarm, but I can turn the lights red. No, it's broken. No.
Alexa, red alert.
It won't work. No, I'm so unhappy. I must have run out of batteries on my buttons. Burp, burp, burp. We are at red alert. Red alert. Beep, beep. Awooga, awooga. There you go.
Captain, shall I ready phasers and photons?
I did say red alert, all hands to battle stations.
Yeah, but my mighty android hand broke the console.
The captain, The captain is called. I can't remember what we called her. Where is she? The captain is basically an NPC I'm using to control the story.
The Captain Zoom.
She's called Eliza Hendricks, distant relative of Jimi Hendrix. Many times.
I was going to ask about if she was related to that woman from Mad Men.
Oh, can she sing?
No.
Are they
Okay.
left-handed?
Very distant relative. Can't even play the guitar.
Fair
Has
play.
a guitar. So, all hands on battle stations. What,
Yes.
Increase speed
We
to
put on
warp
our
9.
emergency cardigans.
increase speed to warp 9. We are coming into range. And woof, we're here. Ba-doom. We have arrived.
Oh.
Mr. Soul Analysis.
Well, the space station's still there, and it doesn't seem to have that much damage, but there is another vessel in orbit.
Can you identify it?
Not at this range, I'm afraid.
What
So-
sort of our sensors if we're already there?
We have just arrived. And what we can
We've just
see...
arrived. How
as-
come our sensors can't register what they are?
There's a lot of interference coming from something on the station.
Very interesting. So what we can see now that we've got into range is that a lot of our sensors are being jammed. However, we can see through the static, the station is still in one piece, but it's kind of not going to be for very long. There is a vessel. There's a vessel orbiting the station that's attacking. The vessel is of an unknown configuration. So we've got the blue
Open hailing
dot here.
frequencies. Held the attacking vessel.
Hailing frequencies open.
This is this is Commander Farrell of the USS
Enigma.
Enigma.
Equinox is the one that was in Voyager.
This is Commander Farrell of the USS Enigma. You are firing on a Federation's outpost. We order that you cease fire immediately.
There's no response. Well, actually, that's not true. There is a response. They fire at you.
Commander Soul, load nuclear warhead 1 into torpedo tube 6.
Okay, here we
I
go.
smell.
Start as we mean to go on.
And fire a warning shot across their bow.
Okay,
That's-
so
With phasers, that is.
full forward phasers across their bows. All right.
Oh dear. Put a warning
I
shot.
think we
right
pissed
in
them off, sir.
Yeah. The first thing that happens is we shoot someone.
We only fired a warning shot. We didn't hit them.
What
We're trying to get them
warning
to
shot
stop
with a
attacking the
frickin'
Federation station.
Oh, just grazed them. Come on.
Technically, this isn't a Federation station. We're not in Federation space. This is an independent station. That's ex-Cardassian design, but very, very old design, like before Terra or anything like that. It's just an old Cardassian design.
Okay, come on. Commander Soul, target their weapons and fire photon torpedoes.
Aye,
Okay.
sir. Full spread of torpedoes.
Right, before we do that, we're going to need some things to do. Tabby, I'm going to need you to roll control plus con to move the ship within firing range.
Is that 2d20?
2d20, yes. Your target is 11.
So I've got 2 and 11.
You've got 2 and 11, so you've got 2 successes. Excellent. So we can move into firing range. Oops, that's the wrong. Don't move the.
Don't move the universe if you don't mind.
Yeah, it might get a bit iffy, you know. Okay, so we've moved into range of the ship, and I believe Miller, you're the one that's going to have to fire.
What do I
So,
need?
Could I have control plus I think it's. Is it going to be security or command that would do this?
Security.
You think security? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need 2d20 with what's a target of 11.
Well, I
Target
can roll a
11.
lot of security when I wanted to fire.
If it's security, that's fine. Yeah.
Right, I got 1 and 6.
Okay, 2. We've managed to do 2 hits. Okay, so we now need to know how many dice rolls you do for phases. I believe it's 12d6, but let's make sure. Right, let's do. Where do we work out how to fire at things? There is a page where we did this, and it's ridiculous how powerful these bloody things are. The Galaxy class is a flying hotel with massive amounts of weapons on it.
Oh, it's a heavy cruiser. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got plenty of nukes on board.
They're not supposed to be.
They cost me enough money from Quark.
Did we actually leave the families behind this time, folks? I mean, did we learn from the mistakes of the past?
The Ensign Cabby's got his second family aboard.
Because the way this is headed, it's kind of clear that some sort of damage is going to happen to this ship. So, I mean, can we think in the children, please?
I don't want to think of the children. They make me cry when I think about them exploding.
Okay, Commander Dow, log on to the children and beam them into the sun.
No!
Excellent! At least they'll be warm.
No! Don't beam the kids into the sun. Think of the children. Don't.
You've heard of children of the earth, now you've got children of the sun, and there'll soon be children of the grave.
Oh my goodness. Right, so I need to do a...
Okay. Just put all the children in the brig.
Right, here we go. So I've got to roll as well. Yes, because I've got to roll to see if I can dodge out the way, which I probably can't, because I didn't give it very good stats. But let's see if we can do this. So, excuse me. Where's the buttons for this? Where is it?
I think we possibly, just thinking about it for a second, for the dice roll, we probably do have to go to the lower than thing, don't we? Otherwise, people with higher stats will do worse. So you've got to exceed your stat levels. I think that's how it works.
So it is lower.
I think it has to be, doesn't it? Otherwise, I think you have to exceed the level of the stats at some point to get a success, if I recall correctly. And if you have a higher rating, that means that it's harder to succeed if you have to get higher than that.
Yes. Fine. So we're definitely doing lower. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. We can do that. No worries. Right, I need to do a quick bit on this and get this. Right, so I need 2d6, 2d20 even on. Yeah. Right. So yeah. Okay. Roll. Okay. I only got 1 success. I got 9 and 19. So you have definitely hit the ship.
Yay!
So now I need to work out what the damage is.
Mr. Soul, status?
Oh, it's bad. They're well pissed off now.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy.
I think they know we're here, Captain.
Maybe we should hail them again and tell them to stop. Otherwise, we'll do it again.
Stop.
That's actually not too bad an idea. Shall I open hailing frequencies and we can tell them to give it a break?
Yes. Yep,
Go
open hailing frequencies.
Right, hailing frequencies open.
This is the Enigma. This was your only warning. Cease your attack or we'll use deadlier force. Ouch.
They're still
No response, sir.
They're still not responding. Why can I not find this? This is annoying me now. Right, I need to find this. We were going so well the last time we played, remember?
Yes.
Lock on and fire nuke at the attacking vessel.
Am I allowed to nuke them now?
In a minute, yeah. Let me just find out. Aha. Combat. Right, here we go. Okay.
You're firing the nukes in a direct order.
Do we
Okay,
need to
because-
put radioactive space dust everywhere, or can we just use a more straightforward weapon?
Well, photon torpedoes had no effect. The
Do
captain
we have
won't
quantum
authorize
tor-
quantum torpedoes.
Yeah, did the Galaxy classes not
exactly.
get quantums eventually?
They do in Dominion War, which we are past. So yeah, you've got
Yeah,
them.
but as I said, the captain won't allow us to have quantum torpedoes.
Okay, here we go. Right. So I need to find out what the rating of a Galaxy class's phasers are,
How can I have a cat yet there's a moth annoying me?
because the cat is asleep and not doing this job.
I actually don't know where he is.
There you go. There you go. Right. I need the stats for the Galaxy class. What class of ship is the Angina? What?
Oh, no.
What?
The engine.
Oh, I meant to type Enigma.
The Enigma's Galaxy class.
Oh, okay.
245. So here's the stats. How many?
Times like this, I wish I just stuck to that Nova class ship.
Well, you wouldn't be having so much fun, would you? Or would you? Okay, we got phasers. How many phasers?
They're not 9 banks on a Galaxy.
I think that's 36 different phaser arrays.
I think there was a question of question about how many phaser banks it had, and I thought it was something like 16 or something.
Is that including the 3 that are on the top of the star drive? Because you've got 4 at the aft section, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. You've got 2 underneath the nacelles. You've got 1 on the belly, just underneath the deflector dish, and then you've got the bottom main ring, the top main ring, and then you've got 2 at the back on just abaft the thing, the main shuttle deck. Oh, they're not just abaft that; they're quite a bit further back. They're towards the split on the saucer.
Well, since it's taken ages for the captain to find out all these details, you can all have your coffee break.
Full show.
Right. This
And
is
then Tabby can have his milk break.
it's the core book. Right. Let's bring up the core rule book and do a Control F for the phasers. Right, here we are. Right. Where is my phasers? And phasers? No. Okay. No. This is ridiculous. Phaser damage. Let's try that. Nothing. This is ridiculous. How am I supposed? There should be a lookup table. There really should be a lookup table, shouldn't there?
Maybe something to create for a later date. That I don't know. But again, you shouldn't be spending that amount of money and not having quick reference.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I've got the entire thing here. I should have this. Right, hang on.
There's no need to make it as complex as that. There should be a quick play guide to get you into it.
The worst part is we started getting it before when we were doing it every week, and it will come back to me. It's just
It will.
holy crap.
What was the World War II one again? Advanced Squad Leader. And it is quite a good game, but it's hideously complex because if you're marching through mud, you get more tired, which reduces your aim, and it makes it almost not tedious, but it's quite protracted to play it.
Okay, I now have it. I think. Right, I've got it for. Okay, yes, right. I'm going to need you to. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to need you to roll 12d6. It was 12d6.
Me.
Yes, please.
Okay, 2 seconds. Right, I've got 6 and 1.
No, I need you to roll 12 six-sided dice.
You need me to throw 12 of them. Hold on. Oh,
Yep.
Lord. There we go. Got it. Hold on. All right. There we go. Right. 46 it comes up with.
What's the numbers? Does it tell you the numbers?
Yeah, I've got them on the screen. Do you want them read out?
Yes, please.
Right. I have 5 4s, 3 3s, 2 6s, a 1 and a 5.
Brilliant. So that's it there. Okay. So next, I have to go to the other table again. This is ridiculous, I know, but we're getting there. We're getting there, and that's what counts. Once we're back into this, it'll be fine. It's one of those situations. Oh, for goodness sake, don't open it again. Oh, yay. Starter set rules. There we are. Where's my table for what actually counts as a hit and what doesn't? Some of those, I think, are actually double damage. Okay, here we are. Right, here's the challenge die. Okay. So, we're getting there now. We're getting there. So, you've got 5 zeros, 3 zeros, 2 doubles, a single, and a double. So 3 doubles and a single. Right. So there we are. We get 7. You've got 7 hits. You've hit 7 times. I now have to roll for resistance. And that's where we get to. Right, we're getting somewhere now. Where's my resistance? I had it a second ago. It was there and it's gone. This upsets me. This upsets me on a fundamental level because I saw it. Where is it?
I thought we'd already ascertained that resistance is futile.
Freaking hell, where's resistance?
Resistance may be futile, but capacitance is quite useful.
Oh, yeah.
Right, here we are. Okay.
Well, if you're in an AC circuit, does a capacitor not act as a resistor? I know that because a capacitor acts different in that, and so does an inductor.
Yes. Well, you're adding impedance rather than resistance with inductor, I think. I think in
Yes,
both
you are,
cases,
yes.
impedance and resistance you're adding.
Inductors are in Henrys, aren't they? When you do the equation, it's L equals, and it's always in Henrys.
Yes, you know more the Henrys than I do. But,
What is my resistance? I think I haven't written it down. No, I have written it down. Okay, so resistance of 2. So you're 7. You've hit me for 5. Okay, 5 hits. Right, I get it now. So yes, okay. The ship is quite heavily damaged. In fact, it's very heavily damaged. So I'm just gonna have to do one more thing now, and okay, let's do this. Okay, the ship is now the enemy ship is not responding to the second hail. It's turning and attempting to flee.
Mr. Sol, fire nuclear weapon.
They're just going to fire after. Okay, I'm going to.
So the enemy vessel appears to be leaving. What shall I do?
Fire.
Okay.
Fire the nuke.
Fire a nuke at it. Okay, loading nuke and firing.
I'm going to need you to roll again for that. And once again, it is where are we? Control and security, please.
Okay, you want me to roll 12 dices again? Yes.
No, 2d20 this time.
Okay.
The 2 20-sided die.
2 20-sided die. Okay. There we go.
The target is 11.
Just gonna go for 20 on this. There we go. Hold on, I've got it now, and I'm rolling dice. Oh, it doesn't like that. Right, I have a 4 and I have a 2 and a 4, so I've got 6.
A 2 and a 4, so 2 successes. Okay. I've now got a roll as well on mine, which is my, yeah. So, okay, 16 and 18. So I have completely screwed up. You have hit. How many dice do we need for a freaking nuke?
I suggest 4,179.
Shall I just say it blows up?
Yeah, that'd be easier.
Yeah, it's in bits now.
Okay. In a giant ball of nuclear fire, the enemy vessel explodes. Frickin' hell.
You know, it's just occurred to me it might have been a handy thing to get a hold of that thing in a tractor beam. Oh well.
I love it. See, we're getting so much quicker now that I've got the rolls again. So we're doing okay. So here we go.
We now see if we can find those people who are messaging us with some emergency and see if we can rescue them.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. I mean, like the station, haven't we just irradiated everybody on it?
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
say
a risk.
possibly.
That's a risk we're prepared to take.
Yes, some of them will die, but that's a risk we're prepared to take.
At the end of the day, were they Federation citizens or are they someone else's problem? Because I mean, I'm all for going. It sounds like a they problem, not us.
They're independent.
Oh, that's not my problem.
Before the away team boards the station, make sure they go to sick bay for anti-radiation medicine to Pole.
Okay, as the ship's remains dissipate across space, funnily enough, all the static that was on the scanners and sensors disappears, and now you can see that the space station, excuse me, is a very old Cardassian-style Thalak-class orbital spaceport. It's been extended and modified extensively over the decades, but now it's pretty much in bits. It wasn't exactly in brilliant condition before this attack, but now it's looking a little bit like a day in Chernobyl after the explosion. So it's not looking too good. But
that's a shame. It's like a nice extension to it. It looks like it's got like a nice loft and stuff. I wouldn't have minded that for my house.
Does it have a conservatory?
Yeah, look at the windows. I mean, that's serious craft. I mean, you don't get that craftsmanship anywhere. I say what you want about the Cardassians, but they did good engineering.
We have some nice nice fern and potted palms.
Yeah. That's a lovely
ferns.
Oh dear. So
is the station anything like Deep Space Nine, or is it an earlier model?
It's a much earlier model. Deep Space Nine looks advanced compared to this thing. Remember Deep Space Station K7 from The Trouble with Tribbles, and how it looked like a bunch of boxes that have been welded together and floating in space?
So that would look... the younger officers aren't using the holodeck then, no?
No. It certainly aren't. It's a bit of a mess, and even more so now that it's been shot to pieces. So
that was like that when we got here.
Yes,
Captain
it
Dow,
literally was.
The away team aboard.
Sorry?
Captain Dow, the Commander Dow leading the away team aboard.
Okay. So, my question now is, who is going on this away team?
Well, I'm volunteering Commander Dowd and Ensign Tabby, because they haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
Well, we haven't much word in, have we? I think the medical officer should probably come.
I think we should probably take
away, but make sure you get inoculated first.
It might be a good idea to get.
We don't know what sort of germs are about on that station.
We should go in like radiation suits and whatever them other things we wore last time were. They were fairly good. We put 2 of them on. They were good.
I remember that.
I'm authorizing the use of hazmat suits.
Yeah, I'm having 2 of those.
Setting up a nuke in the 23rd century seems like it would be a war crime. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be around to report it.
But he definitely didn't see the amounts I fired in the last version.
Oh, dear.
So, with your inoculations done and your hazmat suits on, are you beaming over?
Good luck with that.
Well, with all this radiation, should we determine whether or not it's safe to transport?
That's a good idea.
Recommend a shuttle.
I believe that would be a scan from our operations officer, which would be Lieutenant Commander Dowd. Could I have a 2d20s on your your control and science skills, please?
Okay, so I have to remember what the control and science are. Control is 8. And science is 5.
So your target's 13.
13. Okay, so dice. And... Oh, you have to stop it. Okay. 6 and 5.
Oh, you're well within there.
I didn't. So you have to. So you have to start it and then stop it. I didn't realize. I was waiting for it to kind of finish rolling around, but
I did the same thing. It's a bit different, isn't it?
Just a wee bit, just a tad.
So we've got 2 successes there. They're more than enough. You can see that several parts of the station do appear to be without life support entirely. Life support is failing over most of it, but it's still there. But there does appear to be a small, rather stable area in what looks to have been the operations region of the station. There's a lot going on there, and that appears to be where most people appear to have congregated. That looks like a safe place to beam down.
If we've got problems with life support systems, have we better take our engineer?
Might be a good idea.
Who's
Miller
that?
come
Then?
with us as well.
Our engineer's Lex, isn't it?
Oh,
Lex
yeah.
isn't here tonight.
Well, Miller has some engineering abilities from what I recall from the character creation that we had. Perhaps our engineer's on leave. But...
Well, I think I've got some engineering.
You
Right.
could all beam over.
Well, why don't we take
Yeah,
both?
I think we should take the entire command crew over to the dangerous situation because nothing could possibly go wrong.
Let's original series this.
Yeah.
Now, where's myself and the captain are staying put until we get your report.
I see. So everyone else can beam into danger. You'll stay here and write about it.
No, someone's got to make sure the nuke is ready to launch.
Yes, that's why we want you to come with us.
But for
Okay.
medical reasons, I'll have to decline this away trip.
Fair enough. So everyone
But what use
except
will I be on the away mission if I can barely see?
fair enough. So everyone except Farron's going to beam over. Are we right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, you arrive in what appears to be the only part of the station that isn't currently either on fire, shorting with electric, or collapsed. Where's my description? Ah, here it is. A Cygnian with 4 arms and 4 legs turns to face you as you beam in. He looks like someone's crossed a centaur with a lobster and then kicked it through the discount clothes aisle at a supermarket and then burnt what's left of him. He's not the most well dressed of gentlemen, but he is apparently, according to his identification, he says, "Hello, my name is Tamal. I'm the station's chief of operations, and that effectively puts me in charge at the moment because our station commander's dead. Who are you?"
Well, let's introduce ourselves. Do we have artificial gravity on this station?
You're wearing the hazmats exosuits, so you would be
They've got Magna Lock.
yeah, you'd have your magnetic boots either way.
Right.
Although
So
there
we
doesn't,
need to stop them.
there
Is
does
there
appear to be
artificial-
working artificial gravity because Tamal here is standing on the floor, or at least you think
Right.
it's a floor.
If we've got fire and the artificial gravity is on, hadn't we better turn the artificial gravity off to stop the fire spreading by convection?
But if you do that, it'll become liquid.
That's actually an interesting idea, but I'm not sure a lot of floating injured people is a good thing.
It's not only that.
Whether floating injured people is a good idea or not.
But fire in zero gravity is like liquid, so it's not the best idea for us to maybe. We'll end up with something like the Event Horizon if we do that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Goliath. Yeah.
Yep.
Fire does not burn by zero gravity because you don't get convection.
So should we assess damages and see what we can do from this spot to help restore things like structural integrity, life support, while Tapao tends to the injured?
Yes, and find out who the hell this contact is.
Yeah, the guy in front of you has asked who you are.
Yes, we introduce ourselves. It may be the next step.
So, okay, who's introducing? I think.
I think
Lieutenant-
T-Dowd, the senior officer in
Yeah,
on the
Lieutenant
away
Commander
team.
Dowd. You'd be in charge.
Sorry, so okay. So we are from the Federation starship, the
Enigma.
Enigma.
Sorry, I was going to say onion. Enigma. We're responding to your hails. We're here on a mission to search for somebody on this station in particular, but let's focus first on stabilizing the station, seeing what we can do to restore systems and tend to your wound. And you want me to introduce the cast?
You can do if you want.
I
But,
can't remember them. I know who I am. I know who to. Oh, good. People have their. Well, I forget who Miller is. Is that Saul?
Saul.
Yeah, Commander Sol.
Yo.
Okay. Oh, if that's a commander, maybe he's in charge then.
Well, you're a commander as well. You're both lieutenant commanders, but you've
Oh,
got
is it? Okay.
seniority.
Righty ho. So yes. So I am. I'm sort of your counterpart on our ship, and Tapao is our CMO, and Tabby makes himself useful by you're Khan, aren't you?
I think I steer things,
Yeah,
help.
and I
You're
turn
the
on
ace
the
pilot.
fasten seatbelt sign.
So yeah. So and our chief of security is Saul.
He's a
Is that right?
communications officer.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, comms, yeah.
Well, but on Galaxy class, I thought they were the one and the same. Wasn't Worf the operator?
Yeah, Worf dials the phones and also fires the torpedoes.
Exactly. He
I'm
mans the
hoping the buttons aren't next to each other.
Customer service is another one.
And yeah, that's us lot. Did we beam any support personnel over, or just the four of us?
Just the four of you at the moment, but of course it's a big ship. You can beam people over if you need them.
It depends on the budget for this episode, really.
So let's assess your needs and see if we need to bring any other engineering staff over.
Oh, thank the divines. There's this weird alien gesture. Thank the divines.
The divines?
Yes, I'm making it up as I go. Don't question me while I'm improving. I end up falling over.
This has all become a bit Plan 9 from outer space, hasn't it? Putting stuff falling over.
It's like what? It's like people always say. You start out as the brave, intrepid crew, like in Next Generation of the original series, and you end your adventures as the cast of Lower Decks.
Lower decks, lower decks, lower decks.
So thank the divines. We have been. We were hoping that you got our signal. What happened to the attacking vessel? Are they gone?
Oh yeah, I dealt with that, dude. Don't worry about it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's I can tell from the tone of your voice that we'll be having no more problems, and thank the divines for that, and yourselves as well. I don't know who you're here for, who you're looking for, but if we can get everything here under control, I will, of course, offer whatever help and support we can.
Do you have one of those plasma things? I like studied that at an academy and stuff. I could probably fix it.
We did have one. It's causing that fire.
Belter, I'll go and fix that then. What do I roll for that?
Do we have any fire extinguishers?
So
No,
yes.
that's actually not a bad idea. I don't want to get burnt. So yeah, could I have one of them before I go and use my tools on this thing?
Yes.
Could we try to reinstate fire suppression?
I'm beaming aboard a fire extinguisher.
Thank you, Phone. Well, let's get the fire extinguishers.
How good are they at plasma fires?
Pretty good.
But they're the cheapest ones the captain ordered, so I don't know.
That's actually something I thought. What sort of fire extinguisher would you use for plasma? Because I don't think a dry one's going to do this. I mean, it's are we following the Koch codes here? You know, we got to watch this.
That's actually an interesting question if you think about it.
The captain only authorised the cheapest
What
items.
kind of fire extinguisher would they have at a high energy plasma lab?
Maybe
Is
a
it
bucket of sand.
Sand?
Beams across Tabby's litter tray.
It would be a dry thing because you're not
CO2.
going to. Sorry.
I'm going to use some CO2.
Yeah.
That works on quite a lot of different things, and it's dry. It's quite
I'm
cold
beaming-
as well.
And I'm beaming aboard a sack of Tabby's litter.
We're just going to throw some. We're going to throw some sand and kitty litter on it and hope for the best. Okay. It is an
that's
interesting
clever.
idea because you would have to have a specialist thing, and the Enterprise would have had one in engineering. We didn't see it, but the warp drive has warp plasma in it, so they would have had to have something.
Well,
They
we
fight.
still haven't
No,
we still haven't got our replacement plasma specialist.
There is.
in Generations, we see a load of smoke and steam and stuff start to pump into the engineering when it's going into warp core breach. So I'm assuming it's some kind of coolant gas.
There's an episode I'm sure where they remember Geordie's favourite thing. He used to roll underneath the pressure door as it's coming down. But there is an episode I'm sure where they can't get into the core because they haven't vented the gas yet, and it was because of that.
So there we are. It's probably some kind of gas.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not sending over a few blankets to try and tamp the fires out.
I think they used shields as well. There was the time when Geordie and the Doctor were stuck in a cargo bay with a plasma fire, and they evacuated the oxygen, closed the door, and then restored life support. But that's probably a bit of a radical tactic for this bedraggled crew.
Well, to be honest, I mean, most of the folk here don't look like they're going to make it. They're not Federation citizens. Could we not just vent the whole thing?
We can't just open a window and ask people to hold on.
I wasn't going to do that at all. I mean, sink or swim, dudes. It's survival of the fittest at this stage.
Okay.
Remind me when the crew get back to both drills for rolling underneath these lowering engineering doors.
Can we pull the bucket of the cat litter on the fire?
Sorry?
Can we pour the bucket of the cat litter on the fire?
You can, but it's probably going to just set on fire. We can try it. So yeah, we can attempt to put out the fires. That's perfectly fine. But if you want to try to repair the life support and get it back up and running, I'm going to need some skill checks. These are quite difficult checks.
I'm surprised no one suggested beaming the wounded aboard the ship.
Well, hadn't we better put out all the fires first so that it's safe to get to them? And then we can see...
If we beam the wounded onto the ship. I'm kind of down on the away crew, and that might be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, we're going to beam them away from the doctor.
Yeah.
But we still got a medical crew.
That is true. There are.
Unless the captain's fired all the medical staff besides T'Pol.
No, there is a medical staff, but there's also a medical staff on this station. There is a hospital, and it's kind of working.
Yeah, but won't we save lives better by sending them to one that is working?
Wait a minute, Zoe, weren't you just playing a game that's a space station with a hospital that's kind of working on it, but really kind of not? I'm not really keen on this because I can remember what was in that hospital. I don't think we should go near that.
It's all right. It's not the one. It's not the one in Sevastopol station. It doesn't have a xenomorph sitting in it.
Yeah, because you lot are the xenomorphs.
How
This is a
many
fun
people
one.
are on this ship?
Actually, that's an interesting point. You're all aliens and a synth. So if xenomorphs, if we are in the alien universe, everyone is screwed.
At least I've got half a chance of making it to the next movie.
Okay, just in case, locks on the newcomer station.
Right, guys. I've just really looked at the clock. We're coming up on 10 o'clock. So that's normally when we stop. Actually, this might be a good place to park it until next week because we've just got onto the station and we can take it from there next time if you're all right with that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we've had our first nuke of the story.
Yes, you've managed to nuke. I've actually written a very specific part in that would be very nice for nukes. So don't worry, you will get to do it again. Guys, thank you so much for making tonight so ridiculously fun. Oh, this has been great. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And as always, I'm going to put an email address into the chat. Zoe.robinson@gmail.com. So that'll help us keep together. If you want to send me a message, we can work out schedules and all of that. I think this is a fun thing, and it's great to have a newcomer onto our team. Miller, thanks for joining us.
That was a pleasure, Zoe.
So
I've loved it. It was great fun.
hopefully we'll get a bit more stuck in next time because
I hope people like seeing the mascot.
Yes,
I do like the mascot. The mascot is very fluffy.
yeah,
We
very
like the
fluffy cat.
mascot.
Guys, thank you so much. It's been great. And next time, because we don't have to do character creation, we can really get into it next time. And I think that's going to be fun. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone at home, thank you so much. Remember to click the like button, and we'll see you tomorrow for Halo. Night, night.
Cheerio.
Goodbye.
Live long and prosper.
How do I? Oh, okay.